I don't often go out photographing with an objective in mind, but this morning I came out wanting to retake this image because I love the contrast of the misty blue background to the warm leaves in the sun, as well as that wonderful texture and character of the tree trunk. But what I only realised once I got home was that the leaves lit up in the middle were a lot closer to the lens than the tree trunk, and so as you can see here, they weren't in focus. Luckily, I also took this wider composition in high resolution mode, which enabled me to crop in to create a similar composition to the first. But I was still hoping to be able to recreate the original image with everything in focus. As is often the way, things didn't quite go to plan, starting with a problem with my GoPro. So my GoPro must have been trying to tell me I was waffling on too much because it had an error while I was in the middle of talking and recording, and then it wouldn't turn off. So I had to actually pull the battery out to get it to turn off, which normally wouldn't be a problem, except I had it, because I was out early this morning, I had it on this little gimbal here. And you can't actually get the battery door open when it's on the gimbal, so you've got to take it off. It's a bit of pain. Anyway, yeah, today hasn't quite worked out, I don't think. Redoing that photo, by the time the sun came up where I needed it, all the mist was gone, so I don't think that's quite going to work out. I've just got another shot here, which I'm going to probably put into a portrait orientation, I think, because there's some nice light on these foreground little reeds and bits of stuff, floating plant things in the water I quite like. Anyway, we'll see. I'm going to stop talking now and actually get back to taking photos. Not too sure how successful my morning was photographically. The last little composition I had, I think was quite pleasing with some of the vegetation in the foreground, but let me know what you think. I have to go home and have a proper look at them to see. Yeah, didn't quite get the shots with the mist that I was hoping for. As it turns out, I was filming video during the best of the light and the mist, so probably got some nice video stuff there. And that right there is exactly why I almost never go out with a very specific objective in mind, because you cannot control what the conditions do. And for me, it works a lot better to go out and almost like have a dance with the conditions, in that you're being led along by what the conditions show you is a good subject for the time. So I don't think that photo, while it was pleasing, was probably the best photo I took of the day. I much prefer the very first image with the nice magentas and kind of greens and the softness, and also the very last image with the side lighting. But let me know what you think and which image you prefer, and what you think about my very first attempt at that tree, and compare it to the second one. Now for me, I much prefer the feeling of the first times. That mist just created a really good feeling for me. It made it feel like a little magical fairy tree. So I'm going to be sticking with the cropped in version of that photo, and that image is actually the very first image featuring in my 2023 calendar, which is now available to pre-order until the end of September. I do apologize for how long I've been gone from the vlogging. The calendar is one of the things I've been working on. There's also a side project which I'll talk to you about next time. But the calendar, I've got my first sample. It looks amazing. It's got a really good feel to it. A lot of the photos are really close to home, and it's been quite a rewarding adventure finding these little bits of beauty and kind of almost etherealness in places which on the surface don't necessarily look like they're going to be the bee's knees for landscape photography. But anyway, I'll put a link to the calendar down in the description. Go check it out. Available to pre-order until the end of September. There are also going to be prints available to purchase of each of the images from the calendar. They're only going to be available for a limited time, probably till the end of September as well. May extend it out to end of October, I'll just see. So if you're interested in any of the images, go check that out. Links down there below.